How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles. We're back with Clannad visual novel. Clearly, they don't even know what a fucking apple pie is. Oh, previously, these guys were eating apple pie without any cream, no whipped cream, no custard. In other words, this game isn't realistic anymore. All realism, thrown out the window. It's not here. It's all gone. But you know what? I guess the date's still going on. Yeah, also previously we started having our date in the library. The music went from sweet, sickly violins to a nice emotional tang, which was nice, I suppose. And I guess we're going to see what happens next. It was good. But the pie. They're talking about the pie. The fucking dry as fuck pie, which is apparently amazing. It was good. Yeah, because no, we both agree on that subject, even though you're both wrong. We finished eating just after noon. We usually have to clean up and get out of the library, but today we own the place. We bought it on eBay for just a few yen. We can do whatever we want. Burn the place. Go on, do it. No, you said you could do whatever you want, but get that lighter and go bleh, and then it will burn. Do it like it's no one lives forever. Yep, give me those dots. I realise that there's not much to do in the library. And I also realise that we're alone together behind closed doors. Okay, cool, maybe not. I look to see how Katomi's doing. How's she fucking doing? Well, that tells me everything. Clearly she's either having the best or the absolute worst time of her life. By the fucking look of her cheeks, she clearly knows she exists. That's a clear fact I can get from this pose. Also, what are those lines like below her neck? Because they're not shoulder blades, because the shoulders are up there. The collarbones? Oh, I don't know. Cool. She's fidgeting, her fingers folded together in front of her. What do you want to do? What on earth do you want to do? I ask her. Looking at the library floor, Katomi thinks about it. We should... Katomi speaks up, but then she goes silent. We should... What? We should read together. Well, that's the closest thing to sex I'm going to get in this game, so sure, why not? I knew she'd say that. But you made it sound like it was 100 times worse, didn't you? Look, reading books together isn't fun. Well, I think you just basically... I really feel this is something that's going to break her heart. I feel like you guys can't date anymore. Is this the moment where we leave Katomi and go for Furukawa, which apparently is the girl Tomoya ends up with for some reason? Well, I don't mind trying. Our tastes differ. Moreover, her reading speed is completely different from mine. It'd be different if we were kids looking at picture books. I can't imagine it being very fun as we are, though. Katomi is still looking at me with her head tilted to the side. Yep, she's broken. She's literally she's got a blue screen of death in her eyes. That's what's happened now. That's what we've unleashed onto the world. She looks deep in thought. If this is what Katomi wants, I have no reason to deny her. So, what kind of book do you want to read? She's about to say something, but then starts glancing around. She suddenly goes silent again. Katomi seems different today. It seems that she's throwing all the emotions she's been holding back this whole time at me. For good reason. I mean, she's actually got a chance to express herself this time. It doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. But I think she's getting ahead of herself. After a while, Katomi speaks. It's okay. If you say so. She fakes a smile as if she's about to reveal a treasure before quickly hiding it again. I think it's my fault. In that case... I open my mouth. Can you read to me? Because I'm basically 4 years old now, and I can't read. I've forgotten how to. Seems like a strange request, but okay. Going with the story because this is what they've come up with. Huh? She tilts her head in confusion. Incidentally, we seem to be raising the fact that she's letting out all her emotions, but we're not letting out the fact she is constantly confused. Like. Always. Like, we've been thrown question marks like it's a dartboard. I like watching you read, and I like hearing your voice, Katomi. You don't want to? The moment I ask, her expression becomes brighter. There's even a little brush that I can see the little... a blush, because the little pink bits. Also brush, because it's in fucking, I don't know, Microsoft fucking Paint. Yes, I will. That's very, very wonderful. Gets a fucking erection or some shit. What the fuck? What kind of book would you like to hear, Tomoe-kun? Well, for starters, let's go with one written by a Japanese author. And something that makes you feel good after reading. And on top of that, are we actually going to start reading this? All of a sudden, there's going like, how's it going, Chicks and Mazes, Mrjacharles? Not even here with Clannad anymore. We're here with some Japanese author. The Way of the Way, well, The Way of the Way is Chinese. I don't know, Shonen Jump's Naruto. Let's shove that in there. Why not? Sakai Project bought it over. And on top of that, one of your favourites. A book written by a Japanese author that makes you feel good after reading and is one of my favourites. I'll try to find one. She stands up and runs deep into the stacks. And she gets a fucking factual book about how engines work. But it's a Japanese author, and it's one of her favourites, and it makes you feel good after knowing that you've actually learnt something. Hey, Kotomi. Looks like I have no choice but to wait. Yeah, centuries fly past. Or 20 minutes in this case. Same thing, more or less, give or take a few centuries. And the rest of the time. Kotomi returns from the forest of books with one held close to her chest. I found it! Brilliant, what did you find? Good job! Great, brilliant. I don't know if you'll like it or not, but we'll find out when you read it. Okay, then I'll read it. If it's long, just start from wherever you want, like the beginning, or the last page. Okay, I got it. She drops down and sits on her yellow cushion. She opens the book and flicks through some pages. A long time ago, I spent a short period from autumn to winter as a member of a strange family. Okay. In that time, I had apparently fallen in love. Her narration starts out a little awkward. It seems a bit dated, but the book sounds like an ordinary novel. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. I feel at ease listening to it. To be honest, I don't really care what the book is about. It's enough just to listen to the music created by a smooth yet serious voice. Kotomi starts to concentrate. Her reading becomes smoother, and the lines are filled with more emotion. Well, good, you learn how to do that audiobook narration. Stephen Fry would be proud. If he was into Japanese anime, which he might be for all I know, I rest my cheek on my hand and watch her fingers turning the pages and her eyes rapidly reading through the text. Dots, dots, dots. I like those dots, really good. 9 plus 6 plus 3. That's, what, 18? No? Probably, I don't know. Whoa, and then, where am I? What the hell happened? Did I get knocked out from that reading? Did my brain explode? I can hear a sound. A sound I've never heard before, okay. Yet it feels familiar. Oh, good. Woon. The violin. And the violins. Dots. I'm practicing the violins get into comedian training school. Okay, now you're talking crazy. Is this a dream? It certainly feels like a dream. It's got all the makings of a dream. It's the violin act. Aha, so it's a new genre. When the Django flowers bloom, I love it! She starts humming an incomprehensible song and scratches at the violin's strings. Dango? I get an ominous feeling and turn around to find Furukawa behind me. She's boiling something in a large pot. What's with the pot? I'm boiling bread! Why the hell are you boiling bread? Actually, that pot kind of smells. It smells dangerous. Starting tonight, Dango will all fall in love. I peer into a box sitting on the floor. Whoa. The box is filled to the brim with Dango. Furukawa scoops up the bread juice with a ladle and pours it on the Dango in love. The big Dango family soon becomes lifeless and turns a blackish colour. Oh, this is feeling weird. My body's kind of confused as to what's going on. I really feel dazed and confused all of a sudden. Oh, the Dango, Jesus. The whole family died and Furukawa panics at the sight. Well, yet getting more concerned here. Such an abnormal turn of events. Have I gone insane? It certainly feels like that. Next to Furukawa's Fujibayashi doing some fortune telling with playing cards. Swip, swip, swip. Flap, flap, flap. The cards scatter to the ground in her clumsiness, and she tries to pick them up. I got it. According to the fortune, Okazaki-san, you have schizophrenia. Well, you know what? I'm glad I know that. I'm glad that's something that's happening. You know what? Maybe I do at this point. I keep hearing these sounds in my head, or these narrations. Who are you calling a schizo? And how could you tell that by fortune telling anyway? Well, I mean, fortune telling can do all kinds of various things. That observation is a symptom of someone with schizophrenia. Stop it, Ryo. He's my patient. I need to be showing up soon. Hey, doesn't this room smell? It's because Furukawa is boiling bread. For some reason. The aroma of boiled bread soaks up a person's sanity like a sponge. I don't understand what you're saying, and the way you're talking is weird too. That's caused by the aroma of the boiled bread. I know this is a dream. It's a dream, right? Even you wouldn't talk complete nonsense like this unless it were a dream. It's your fault for not buying something delicious faster. At least listen to me in my own dream. Excuse me. It seems I might have to go to the hospital. And nothing you say makes sense either. The dango. Mitchie the grass-eating dango is. Yep. Please keep destroying my Windows 98 screen. Bring all you want. I think it's more important that we fell asleep to Kotomi reading to us. Yep, give me those 963 dots. And then we woke up from that horrible, traumatizing event. Right. And then I suddenly got concerned because I haven't heard this song. No, let me double check. No, definitely not heard this song. I'm scared. Are you awake? Kotomi is looking at me while sitting on the floor. Yeah. I think I was having a nightmare. Yeah. A scary dream? It wasn't as scary, it was insane, I think. And scary, definitely scary. Oh! She stares at me while I'm still in a daze and closes her eyes as if relieved. The book on her lap is shut. She must have done reading already. Okay, sorry. I think I fell asleep after Kotomi started reading. Why is there an angelic choir? What is happening right now? This was like a worse dream than the dream I had. It's okay. I like to look at you when you're sleeping, Tomoyo-kun. And now you're being a strange stalker. I always like to sleep wherever you are, Kotomi. I stretch while still in the chair and look around. The setting sun shines at a low angle, colouring the books in silence. The paper plates on the reading table are each holding 2 slices of apple pie. I cut the pie because I thought you'd be awake soon. Halfsies, huh? Yes! Halfsies! We were supposed to eat at 3, right? It's 5:30, but it's still a snack. Aren't you hungry? Yes, I'm just a little hungry. Oh, okay, then let's eat. Kotomi starts making the preparations. All of a sudden, I'm very glad that I did, not decrease the volume of my headphones. And at the same time, this is mortifying. It is a little cold, though. It's fine, still hot enough for me. She says that while pouring what little remains of the tea into the paper cups. Let us eat. Let's eat. This is the second time today. The pie crust is moist, somehow, after being left there a while as well, and the pie itself seems sweeter. Maybe it's because I'm hungrier now than I was earlier. Apple pie is good even when it's cold. No, it's not, but okay. The room is much darker and only the edges of the bookshelves are lit from the west by the sun. It's probably too dark in here to read now. We shouldn't turn on the lights when the school's supposed to be empty. Hey, Kotomi. After we finish this, let's go. Yes. She probably knew I was going to say that. She agrees. How would she know? Well, I guess it's 3 o'clock or something now? I mean, I guess we can enjoy the library that long. I had a lot of fun today. Yeah, you got to watch me sleep and eat pie. Those are things that humans can do, I suppose. Which was more fun, today or yesterday? Not gonna be able to decide on something? I can't compare them. Why am I not surprised? Her hair flutters a little as she smiles. I finish the last piece of pie, savouring it as I swallow. Like a gay boy. It was good. Put my palms together. Tomoya-kun. Yeah? Tomi doesn't say anything for a while. She's done this numerous times today. It's as if she's been brooding over something. As I watch, she takes something from the bottom of her cloth bag. Is it an engagement ring? With this music on, it really feels like it's going to shock me at some point. It's an old book. Fantastic. The leather cover is completely worn, making the title illegible. I want you to hold on to this, Tomoya-kun. She puts it in front of me. But isn't this really important to you? I don't have to look inside to realize that. She must have read it hundreds of times. I've already memorized everything in it. She gives a big smile. But I don't read books like this. Seeing how hesitant I am to accept the book, Kotomi says something unexpected. Please don't read it. You sure we're not dreaming? This feels oddly like a strange, scary, lucid dream. What? Please don't read it. Seeing my confusion, she goes on. I just want you to hold on to it. But... And then she's suddenly very sad. Is that sad? Kotomi's eyes flicker. No, more than that's happening right now. She's having a breakdown inside. That feeling is happening again. An adult's philosophy and a child's innocence. And in between the two is a version of Kotomi I'm not familiar with. Alright, I accept the book. I realized something when I touched the weathered leather exterior. Hey Kotomi, did you want to read it with me? I keep those words inside. Kotomi stands up before I can say them. She moves on her slender legs to the west-facing window and slowly turns to me. I've made up my mind. I'll try not to come here as much as possible. Is this what causes you to have a mental breakdown? Because that actually kind of makes sense, plot-wise. Being here won't be as fun as it was before. It's more fun being with everyone. It's more fun being with you, Tomoya-kun. That's why I'll be with everyone. I'll go to class, listen to the teachers, and try to be friends with everyone in class. I've known for a long time that's what I should be doing. She isn't talking to me. The backlit bookshelves look as if they belong in ancient ruins. These tens of thousands of spies have watched over Kotomi all this time, even though maybe they could replace books at some point. I know this lever isn't used often, but still, they've been listening to Kotomi's voice. In the end, Kotomi makes a little bow. Tomoya-kun, let's go home. She smiles for me. Alright, going home. Be sure to lock the place up. Okay. I hear a click from near Kotomi's hand. The library is now closed off to us, going into a slumber until lunchtime tomorrow. All done. She puts away the key with her name on it as if it's a precious treasure. Can't sell it on eBay though, can you? It'll be used much less often from now on. But that also means that Kotomi will begin having more friends. Very valuable until you lose them all because you have to get a job and shit. As is adult life, I'm afraid. Darkness enshrouds the deserted hallway. In book terms, it's as if a chapter has just ended. Now to see what awaits up ahead. Let's go. Yes. I unconsciously reach out my hand to Kotomi and she gently takes hold of it. Bit gay, but I guess that's a natural progression. I realise that this is the first time we've held hands. Cool. Is the emotional music gone? Oh, and then the day's done. Well, that went quicker than the last day. Alright, cool. And now we're back with music I'm actually familiar with. Really feels odd that was a time to introduce new music, but I guess there was a significant plot point in some shape or form. Cool. Well, again, I wouldn't be surprised if that was something that caused the plot to, go insane, and then Kotomi goes insane, and then she has a breakdown. Because again, that's coming. I don't know what's going to cause it, but something is, and it really does it feels like that's the beginning of that. But anyway, if you play games, see if you can figure out when it does happen, what actually happens, how bad she really gets, there'll be a link to the game and description down below. and you can enjoy the violins and strange music whilst you're at it. Without further ado, the best catch until it's time. See ya!